What happened in Tokyo at the World Championships is that Alicia Sacramone, Aly's clubmate, had been the mother hen. I mean, not just here, but in previous years at the Olympics and other World Championships. Suddenly she goes down, tears her Achilles out of nowhere on the eve of the championships.
I was feeling really out of it. I was really tired and I was all over the place. And so I hurt my ankle, and I remember I was freaking out, and so they took me and I had to ice my ankles, and I was just sitting on the floor with my feet up on the block. And then Alicia went first on her floor routine, and she went for her Arabian double front, and she went right to her back. And I think that she didn't want to admit to herself that she tore her Achilles. We were both sitting there icing our ankles, and we were both freaking out.
I heard about it instantly, and I couldn't believe that it had happened. And it was shocking and extremely disappointing, because she really is just a phenomenal athlete and would have helped Team USA immeasurably at those World Championships. I did have the chance to talk to Alicia. I believe I was the first one to do that right after she got injured. Everybody's kind of teased Aly, kind of her whole career. In comparison to Alicia, they've called her the mini-me. Aly, without Alicia there, throughout the championships, was just an amazing athlete, rock solid, and everything that Team USA is going to want in an athlete.
The first competition we won by 4 points, so I was hoping that we would do the same thing in team finals, just because we would be able to have a gold medal around our necks, and I had never won a world championship before, so that would definitely be a huge deal for me and all the girls.
The U.S. was able to capture gold despite the loss of Alicia Sacramone, giving 17-year-old Aly Raisman the opportunity to lead her team to the top of the podium in Tokyo. Earning a bronze medal for her individual floor exercise as well, Aly solidified herself as one of gymnastics' newest rising stars.
Getting a gold medal and a bronze medal was such a huge honor and so exciting, just because I had always watched the other girls in 2003 and 2007 win the team gold medal. So to be able to be a part of that and experience that myself was so special. And I've gotten fourth so many times. I was so close to being on the podium. So finally getting that bronze medal was really special to me.
It was a huge reality for Aly that she kind of chiseled her name into, look at me, you know, I should be on this list here. And if somebody is not putting Aly Raisman on the potential list to be a 2012 Olympian, then they don't know what they're talking about.
One of the things that makes this Olympic year unusual is that so many of the 2008 silver medalists wanted to come back. I mean, literally 5 of the 6 wanted to. But it's a very tough team to make, and I think people justifiably were looking at, well, who's new, who's doing it right now, because that's very much what gymnastics is about. Who's doing it right this minute? And I think, A, being on a gold medal team and being one of the main reasons why that team won gold certainly put Aly in the forefront. Winning a floor medal also, now you look at someone that can get you a couple of medals. And also, people forget, she was not far from getting an all-around medal. So in terms of who are the women that you'd be looking at, well, Jordan Weaver clearly, because she was a world champ. But Aly was right there with her.
I think that ever since I was little and for as long as I can remember, I always dreamed of being an Olympian and being an elite gymnast. I've always just been really dedicated and had such a huge passion.
Champions do not emerge onto the global stage overnight, especially in the world of gymnastics. Years of dedication and tutelage under some of the sport's most experienced coaches have shaped Aly into the gymnast she is today.
I was looking every single day results after World Championship. Yeah, I was looking, we're talking in the gym all the time about it. And some people who knows I was coaching her, they're asking how was this, how she's compete. I said, she did almost her best, but all gymnasts around the world very strong right now, but she did great.
Alex Tomilovic knows better than most what it takes to become a world champion, as he was a member of the USSR's men's national gymnastics team who won gold in 1985. In 1988, Alex came to the United States and began coaching at Excel Gymnastics in Newton, Massachusetts, where a young Aly Raisman's talents were beginning to take shape.
I started when I was 2 years old with Mommy and Me classes, and then I was at Excel.
She was about probably 6 years old when she came here, and right away I found out she's very strong. She put her all energy to learn something.
As I remember, Aly, she started very little here at Excel, doing recreational classes, and we immediately spotted talent.
But she has something else. And what she has is difficult to explain. She has willing to do. She has a strong goal, and she knows how to reach this goal. It's not everybody has it.
She might not have been the most talented when she was younger, but she always seemed like she always outworked everybody. So it would always take her a little longer to get a skill than someone else, but when she got it, she got it. So she just had that work approach that just keep working, and hard work will pay off.
It was coming from Aly, not from the parents.
They support Aly, but they never interrupted the training process.
I never tried to take over as the coach. It's definitely been communication when we're kind of like, you know,
not very
it's
often.
Too much. But we were very happy with Excel, and I don't necessarily know that we would have left had they not undergone some changes.
Two of her coaches left the gym at the same time, so it was quite a change. They made a decision to go and do a lead program at Brestons Gymnastics at that point.
So we did figure if she's going to move, it probably does make sense to go somewhere where they have an elite gymnast, which was Alicia.
I wanted to try out breast dance because I knew that Alicia Sacramone had been there, and she had been trying for the 2004 Olympics, and she was doing really well, so I knew that I just wanted to give it a shot there.
But even at that time, it wasn't like, oh, she's going to the Olympics in 4 years.
She was only, I think she had just finished level 6 or something.
She was just like every normal kid just doing gymnastics, and you know, but Mihai obviously had a different level of coaching, so it just kind of took its course.
With the parent support, you know, and the club, you know, okay, we cannot do that. You need to go there if you want to be like Alicia. That's the only place you can do it. This way she get to us. When we saw her right away, she has this sparkle. Plus, you know, the devotion for the sport. Aly from the beginning looks like a very determined kid. You know, she knows what she wants. She knows she wants to be famous. She wants to be a good gymnast. She looked up to Alicia because she was kind of role model for all the Massachusetts, and she thought, okay, I want to do that.
As dawn breaks on a typical bitter New England morning, the gentle hum of a vacuum resonates through Brestons Gymnastics. It consumes the veil of chalk dust left from the prior day of training. For the man that keeps this gym clean daily will tell you his cleanliness mirrors the expectations he has set on the gymnasts he trains.
Everybody's saying, oh yeah, you are the Olympic coach. I never taught you cleaning. Yeah, I'm Olympic coach here, but business 1 or 2. You know, the more you're doing by yourself, the less you pay to the other. Somehow you need to make the money, because the money doesn't come just from the Olympic medal. Until you get to the Olympic medal, that's 20 years work. Nobody paid me 20 years to do from.
Mihai, along with his wife Sylvia, are not the first husband and wife coaching tandem to come to the U.S. from Romania. Marta Caroli is currently the U.S. national team coordinator, and her husband, Bella Caroli, has coached several Olympic champions, from Mary Lou Retton to Carrie Strutt.
Both of them are expert coaches. Sylvia is a very good choreographer. Besides her coaching ability, very good choreographer. Mihai is a technician, a classy and a sturdy technician.
After coaching national teams in Romania and Israel, Mihai saw his countrymen's 1996 Olympic success and decided to come to the United States.
And then we moved in '96, you know, based on, I communicate with Bella because we are in a good relationship. And based on his recommendation, we stopped in Boston. After 4 years, we decided to go on our own. And then we opened a new business, building very quick and climbing up in the American system.
The thing about Mihai is, one thing that really helps is that Aly is not his first Olympian. He's been through this with Alicia Sacramone. He understands what the deal is here also. Romanian. Who was the coach? Who was the team coordinator for the U.S.? Marta Caroli, Romanian.
Today, Mihai is preparing for another day of business as usual, whether he's cleaning the floors or training the next Olympic gold medalist. It's all in a day's work.
I'm cleaning this every single day, sometimes twice per day. And then I like it smell good. You don't breathe because I staying for 40 years in the gym. Imagine if I need to breathe your dust every day. It's safe dust, but it's the dust.
He's not getting all excited because he has one Olympian and may have two Olympians. He understands how narrow that is and how you have to push, push, push. What was hard this year for him was when you have Alicia and Aly in the gym together, they are striking sparks off each other. They are pushing each other hard. When it's just Aly, she has to do it all by herself. And she's a very hard worker, but still, it's a little different when you're out there all alone at 11 in the morning and the gym is empty.
Isolation combined with a grueling training schedule is something Aly's grown accustomed to.
Really, 99.9% of what you do is training day in, day out, 5 to 7 hours a day, 6 days a week. And gymnasts don't take 3 months off in the summer or whatever. They train 12 months out of the year.
Her physical talents are visible, but it's Aly's mental fortitude that has made her a world champion.
I definitely try to go with the mind over body aspect and how important that is.
Take a piano player. Piano player, they're playing every day 5-6 hours sitting on a chair because they want to be famous. It's exactly what we're doing. To get famous, to get good, you need to repeat your skills.
Especially in gymnastics, people don't understand how mental it is and how hard it can get because there are times where you feel like you physically can't do it anymore, but your coach is telling you to do 2 more routines and you want to do it because you don't want him to say later down the road, well, if he tried harder, then maybe he would have made the team. I never ever want to get to that point.
Every day of training brings Aly one step closer to fulfilling a lifelong dream. But balancing the physical and mental demands of the sport can be difficult for any gymnast, especially when thoughts of the Olympics are constantly looming in the background.
Every day I just try to push myself until I can leave the gym so exhausted, and no matter how tired I am, I always can feel that sense of accomplishment and pride knowing that I gave everything that I possibly could.
Big goal. The goal is there. 1 more year, 8 months. And then we'll see after that, another 4 years.
After a morning training session, Aly rests in a quiet house while her mother, Lynn, prepares for guests. Soon, the silence of the Raisman's residence will be replaced with the sound of hundreds of questions for Aly by high-powered sports agent Peter Carlisle and his team. The most important question being if Aly would like to sign with Peter's Octagon agency and become a professional athlete.
I think I really just was kind of like, oh, I hope this is right. And that's probably why I was really quiet. And I remember really putting out all the food and everything, and you weren't home yet, and I was annoyed you weren't home yet. You were running late.
Every parent wants what is best for their child, so Aly's decision to possibly pass on a full scholarship to the University of Florida in favor of a pro career was not taken lightly.
Going professional was kind of something I always was in the back of my mind, but also I really loved Florida, and the coaches and the gymnasts, they were so supportive.
Attending Florida would have given Aly an opportunity to compete and focus on her education, but her parents and coach let Aly decide for herself.
It's nerve-wracking, it's a little scary. Did we make the right decision? Should she be going to college?
Well, it's a very difficult and risky decision for a teenager to make. First of all, most people don't make that decision or are not in a position until after they've won an Olympic medal. I mean, here's a girl that hasn't made an Olympic team yet, and the issue is pro or no pro. And the difference is, if you want to go to college, not only can you not compete for that team, you have to pay your own way.
You get to the point sometime when you need to take a decision because you have one chance in your life to be the best in the world. And then you need to sacrifice something else what you can do later. But that's the only chance you have. This why in the last year, I thought, okay, we sit down together. Do you have the feeling in your heart? Can you get a medal in Olympics? then go for the pro if you feel that will help you.
It was really hard for me to make the decision, but I ultimately decided to go professional just because I wanted to take advantage of this year as much as I could, just because it's so special to be able to be considered an Olympic hopeful and just to be able to kind of cherish every moment.
Once they got here, I did feel good about it. It was, I mean, they came here with a whole team of people, and that was cool and everything. And Aly was like, just don't worry. I have a good feeling. Like, don't worry.
Like Phelps, like if he doesn't eat at 20 minutes after workout, his coach is so angry. I mean, he's got to have protein like within 20 minutes.
Like, could he eat this whole table?
Smiles filled the room throughout lunch, but Aly's grin said it all by the end of the meeting with Octagon.
What about magazines, books?
I would like to be on the cover of 17 magazine.
DJ, write it down.
Having Octagon represent me is really amazing and such an honor because they represent Michael Phelps, Apollo Ono, and so many other amazing athletes.
I think having them as an agent, knowing that they're the biggest and the best, that made it great. You know, but at the end of the day, she has to do well.
Unless you're going to get at least 6 figures out of these endorsements, that's tough. And there's no guarantee you will make the team. You can have an injury, you can be off form, somebody else can come up. So you're basically asking a girl to make a decision that will affect the rest of her life.
Can I bring this shirt?
Yeah, that'd be cute.
Yeah.
I mean, it's amazing. I mean, I really do have an amazing relationship with her, and she's a really good kid.
She doesn't really feel like a mom to me. She kind of feels more like a friend, so it's nice to have that. And we like the same things. We love fashion. We love to go shopping. We're so close. We can talk about anything together.
Well, what am I don't even know what we're doing.
Well, I think the only thing you have to bring is that jacket.
My bag one time weighed 69 pounds and I was going to Australia. So it was about 20 pounds overweight.
I am really proud of the relationship I have with her. And I don't know how I did that.
Having my mom's support is really special to me just because none of this would have been possible without her, and she's always been there for me.
It's a good bond that they have because they kind of know that each other's there for one another.
Yeah, it's bonding time. I mean, there's so much one-on-one time.
Now that Aly has entered the professional world of gymnastics, it was only a matter of time before the world champion would be asked to promote her sport. With her mother, Lynn, by her side, Aly traveled to New York City to get her first taste of the Big Apple. The U.S. Gymnastics Association is looking for their newest star to promote the American Cup, which will be held in Madison Square Garden in March of 2012.
Going to New York City was really fun. It was nice just to have a day off from gymnastics, and that's kind of, sometimes you just need a little bit of a mental break.
After arriving in New York City, Aly Raisman is set to embark on a whirlwind promotional tour, for her upcoming event at Madison Square Garden in March, the American Cup. The world champion gymnast visited 3 gyms in the New York City area, greeted by young fans who aspire to be like the U.S. Gymnastics national team's newest rising star.
Thank you. Good luck. Thank you. I just came back from Tokyo, and I got a gold medal and a bronze medal on floor, and me and Jordan are going to be competing at the American Cup in March, and it's the best all-arounders in the world, so it's going to be a really good competition. That's the good thing about being professional as well, is sometimes it's hard to miss a day or 2 of gym, but it's also nice to have that little bit of a break for a day. You're welcome. You're welcome. If I make the team, yes.
The following morning, Aly was greeted by the national media for a series of phone interviews.
Do your friends know that you're one of the best gymnasts in the world?
I don't really think they understand it, but I don't really care because I don't like to brag, or when I'm with them I kind of just want to be just a normal person. But I think that because they see me on TV and they see now that I have a fan page and have so many followers on Twitter, so they kind of understand that that why I've been working so hard this whole time.
Have a good day.
You too.
Right, bye-bye.
Yeah, it's like the same questions every single time, but whatever, I don't know. Try to change it up, I don't know.
It's kind of always the same questions over and over again, just because everyone kind of wants to know what it is that we do and if there's a secret to getting to where we are. So, I mean, I just think it's really cool that people want to hear what I have to say.
Between interviews, Aly concentrates on her studies. The demands of training and attending classes began to take its toll during her junior year of high school, which led to her finishing her senior year online.
I had a lot more time because I wasn't going to school, I was doing it online.
Not only are you doing online schooling, but you're giving up your friends for the most part. And of course, senior year is a lot of fun. And I think Aly was able to, see her friends at lunchtime and on weekends, but you're out of that loop. So you're in a different class here. And I think she understood that.
World Championships was so much fun. It was so amazing. And I can't wait to be able to see what this year has to offer, and hopefully I'll be able to be on that London team. So I just wanted to be able to finish on a strong note, and it's always really exciting and cool to be able to close for Team USA. It's really an honor.
We can call you the closer.
I like that nickname.
Forgot his keys. He's never done that before, so I don't know. Waking up and seeing on the calendar that it says 2012 is definitely really scary, especially because it's so far away, so you never know. You don't really know what to expect.
The unexpected has already arrived on the first day of the Olympic year. An uncharacteristically late start to training. But now there should be no more surprises, as Aly continues to prepare just as she always has.
Sometimes I just try to put pressure on myself, and sometimes I'll bribe myself, and there are some days where that's not enough, and it seems like nothing I do or nothing I say to myself will work.
Repeat the skill is time consuming. 24 hours you have, I have, all the people in the world, they have the same 24 hours. I mean, you need to make sure you have enough time to repeat, to improve, to learn, to polish your skills. This is why the practice time for that level looks sometimes longer.
Right, release the shoulder.
for everything else. It's a little better. Still the back leg is kind of
Tired. That warm-up's really hard. It doesn't really ever get easier, so just have to kind of suck it up and do it.
You know, there are momentums, like you say, when the body is exhausted. Just, you know, too many repetitions, no time to rest, driving home, driving back. You know, all these kind of things, it's consuming you. The body is getting down. But still, the desire should stay in. Now, what I say, what you doing? What did I say? Let's go. Finish your cast. Go. Stretch. Make it press.
It's really frustrating, but I also have to remember that I'm only human and there are going to be some bad days also.
Yet Aly is not alone in the midst of those bad days, something that her coach understands better than most.
Remember, we are normal human beings. We try to succeed and we really work hard to get on top of the world. Now, one of us should be the tough one. And this is why the coach all the time must be the leader. When you are afraid, when you have pain, when you are tired, you need to push. Then this is why sometimes I push him. After that, you need to explain, look, that's the situation. We are practical partners. We are not one against the other, we are on the same side of the fence. She's more time with me than with her parents. Then we need to understand that it's tough for her. When I did gymnastics in my life, I know exactly what it's mean.
I mean, I think especially this year I've learned a lot more about myself and my gymnastics, and I've learned that no matter what, you have to do it, and there's no excuses anymore. This is a huge year for everyone, and everyone wants it so bad.
It's not the look, it's the brain. No, not bad. Too excited. I don't want to excited. I want control.
Going at 9:30 is kind of a little bit of a break for me because every morning I normally go at 8:30 during the week, so it's nice to have that extra full hour to sleep in.
The extra hour of sleep gives Aly the physical rest she needs. But a restless mind can undo any of the benefits of an additional repose.
It even amazes me sometimes looking back at when I think about a really hard workout that I got through. I think about, I can't even believe that I got through that and that I was able to mentally do that. And I think that I just find this place that no matter what happens, I just go do it. No matter how tired I am, if he tells me to jump on my head, then I have to jump on my head. Whatever he tells me to do, I have to do it because he has always led me in the right direction.
Good. Yes. Stay with this. Just move. Get the rebound. That's time. Straight up. Good.
After sharpening her skills on vault, Aly is confronted with her weakest skill, the uneven bars.
You can't have one bad event out there. And the fact is, Aly doesn't do bars very well. I mean, most American girls don't do it very well.
Bars isn't my best event. It's also something that I want to get better and prove to everyone that I can do it.
Of the 4 women's gymnastics disciplines in which Aly competes, she continues to struggle to get a grip on the uneven bars, despite countless hours of practice.
Slow, patient, fix, stop. Fix, stop. Don't throw it faster.
On the days where I just feel really tired and I'm trying really hard to fight back the tears, it's hard to pick myself up and to keep going, especially when Mihai's really mad at me or disappointed in me, because obviously you never want anyone to be upset with you.
It's a balance, it's a hard balance, because sometimes they think we are too tough, but not being tough or being too soft or being too long soft, you're just losing. And I don't know a coach in the world, a successful coach, not be tough.
Some days I feel like I could faint or die because I feel so tired, and my arms are shaking sometimes after I do 4 or 5 bar routines.
Good. Now, up. Good. Starting was good, the timing was good, and then nothing after that. Swing it. Don't hold back. You feel good, don't hold back. This was a good swing. Nobody needs to see how tired I am. Nobody cares. You and me, that's it. Your desire to win need to stay there. If the desire is there, then we can modify the program. Then we can work with. I cannot lose the desire. I cannot lose the fire. When you're tired, you should be tired. But you should function even when you're tired. That's the difference. Let's make the difference.
You have to be the one that gives 110%, because 100% isn't even good enough anymore. It has to really come from your heart, and you have to really, really put everything you have into it, even if you feel like you're dying.
Good. Right. No. There you go. Right. Okay. Okay. But it's more from here than from the body. The body is dying. The brain should be fresh. Then everything is working.
He always seems to end the practice on a good note, which I really appreciate, because it's really hard to leave the gym feeling really discouraged and really upset, because obviously I want to be perfect all the time, and I want to do really great and have no regrets, because the Olympic team has always been my biggest goal. So it makes me feel better and just more excited to come back for more the next day.
Rest tomorrow, get a massage if you can get a jacuzzi if you can get. Relax, okay? Okay.
Hi! I'm gonna be Aly Raisman, Sacramone, and Sabrina Vega.
Going to that appearance and seeing Alicia and Sabrina was really exciting, because I hadn't seen either of them since Worlds. Also being able to sign autographs for all those girls and to see how excited they were to see us 3 was really special to me.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Let me do a big heart for you.
Yeah.
This is special. I haven't done anything for anyone like that before. Okay? Alicia being my teammate, I've trained with her for about 8 years, so having her and seeing her healthy and seeing her happy was really important to me, because the last time I had seen her was at Worlds when she was icing her foot, so seeing her happy and just there was really important to me.
My face hurts a little bit.
I know, I just...
You know when you start smiling, it starts to shake, and I can't.
After nearly 5 months of training alone, Aly was about to see a familiar face resurface inside the walls of Brestgen's Gymnastics.
I told her all the time, you are in the same program like Alicia, but you need to develop your own way.
Alicia is great, and people loved Alicia. Aly is not that personality. You can be, I think her personality is a little more like a Shawn Johnson's was. where I was fond of calling Sean America's class secretary. Everyone likes her. She's very good at what she does. She's very well organized. I think that Aly is more that type person.
You don't need to hide yourself behind the other one. Now suddenly you switch yourself in the star of the program. And then the personality is growing. The personality is getting a little bit more shiny. And that's what practically I look to. Now it's at the momentum to be Aly Raisman. Nothing to do with Alicia. The only connection is the same coach, the same program. Other than that, you are on your own.
Being in the same gym with Alicia and seeing what happened to her is a cautionary tale. Is that you can be on top of the world and it can go just like that.
The first competition of the Olympic year had arrived, as Madison Square Garden would host the AT&T American Cup. Before fans would converge on the legendary arena the following day, the media was swarming for a glimpse of America's Olympic hopefuls.
Must be the Olympic year for USA Gymnastics. This is the third consecutive Olympic year that we've been in the Garden for the AT&T American Cup, and we're looking forward to a great competition. We've got a great field, and we've got a big year ahead. And then we culminate with the Olympic trials in San Jose, which will be the final event where the men's and women's teams will be named.
One of the things about the American Cup, when it's in Madison Square Garden on the Olympic year, that was the coming out party for Mary Lou Retton. That's when the Olympic year really begins. Even though you don't have a full international field, it's certainly when you see who the best Americans are going to be.
Right now I feel really confident, whereas a few years ago I was more nervous and I have more experience, so I feel ready and I'm excited.
Thank you, girls.
She's incredible. She's such an explosive, exciting gymnast to watch.
Personal opinion about Aly is a complete, very smart young lady. Technically, very, very advanced, particularly on acrobatics and vaulting. Very, very good. Great beam, great solid beam. It shows her sturdiness and steadiness. And I strongly believe she's going to be one of the most instrumental part of this coming up team.
It's unclear if Bella Caroli's wife, U.S. national team coordinator Marta Caroli, shares the same sentiment.
They don't need to worry about media, and they don't need to worry about sponsors and things like that. They just like before, they need to focus.
Going into Olympic year, you know, that's what you want. You want that competitive fire that everybody is trying so hard to try and qualify onto that Olympic team, and nobody really knows what's going to happen.
I was nervous to compete just because it was the first time I had competed since Worlds, so it had been a couple of months, which is a long time in the elite world not to compete.
The American Cup is very early competition. You know, you have to be 1 month earlier ready than others. That means you need to accelerate.
That was the first time, I think, that I had ever heard screams that loud and cheers that loud for myself.
Aly was able to overcome the excitement of the crowd, but would she be able to overcome U.S. Gymnastics' biggest star, Jordan Weber?
Aly was battling the world champion at that point in time, her teammate, Jordan Weber, but she did a fantastic job, came out on vault, and Jordan did an amazing vault, one of the most difficult being done in the world today, and Aly basically matched her. They went to the uneven bars, and like I said, that's where Aly is just a little bit weak, and Jordan gained a little bit of ground there.
It was really the first time that I felt ready to compete it, and I was really confident about it. When I do my beam routine, I just go, just because it's only 4 inches wide, so obviously there's not a lot of room for error.
Aly almost came off, as a matter of fact, but instantly after that mistake occurred, she is like just all there.
After a stellar floor performance, Aly could only wait for the final results.
The focus is on Jordan Weber, and I think it's not a bad position to be in. You don't always want to be the world champ going into the Olympic year. It's not too bad to be pretty close to the world champ, where people aren't always completely focusing on you. It was important, though, that Aly be up there. You got to be top 2, top 3 all the time.
At some point, nearly every professional athlete gets a little reward beyond a paycheck: fame.
Being able to do Vogue is such a dream come true. I remember when my mom texted me about it for the first time. It was the week of the American Cup.
Aly?
Yeah.
Hi, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good, thank you very much. Is it kind of like gymnastics being in a photo shoot? Gymnastics that doesn't count?
No, it's different because I'm just like doing poses and you can do it like a million times over and over, where gymnastics you just get one shot.
That's right.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. Big point, right?
Yeah.
I mean, just the whole entire photo shoot in general. I was on a beach. They brought a beam out on the beach. There was a trampoline. I got to wear Victoria's Secret wings, and just being able to be on the ocean, it was kind of like almost like a vacation for a day.
Your mom had been a gymnast?
She just did high school gymnastics.
I'm getting pissed.
Whenever people hear that you did gymnastics, I think they don't realize it was just high school.
Oh, yeah, well, speaking as a parent, that's something, right?
Yeah, that's something.
Well, thank you very, 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 very much, and good luck, and
Thank you.
congratulations, and thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too, bye.
Bye.
When you are projected to be an Olympian, the media quickly comes calling. Interviews and photo shoots between training sessions began to become a regular occurrence. Aly was beginning to see the spotlight was on her and was only getting brighter.
This shoot was like set up on Monday. It was last minute, so then GK overnighted this leotard. And it's one of a kind, and it's Swarovski crystal, and it's gonna be for auction. There's only like 5 of them, I think.
Okay, Aly, ready to go.
Oops, sorry.
Look up again. You kind of look up to your left. Do that again. Right there. Good. That's good.
I like them, they're fun. But it's just hard to do it like on a day when I practice, because I'm thinking about like working out.
And look at me, and then kind of point your head down, kind of like towards me, kind of down. Yep, right there, good.
It's kind of just a reward, especially after a long, hard week, and it makes me feel good about myself, because without the hard work, obviously none of this would have been possible. It's kind of nice to have a break sometimes, and to do this stuff is really fun, and I really like it. So next week I'm going to go to New York to be on the Today Show.
That day in New York City was really cool and really special because I was on the Today Show, which is so amazing.
We got to the Today Show very early, and she got to go on the double-decker bus, so that was cool. I mean, there's a lot of really cool stuff. And then they did their segment.
NBC's Today Show invited Olympic hopefuls onto the set for the day, as the athletes gave America a taste of what's to come in London 100 days from now.
I got to be on the show with a bunch of other Ralph Lauren athletes who are also Olympic hopefuls, so it was really cool to be able to meet them.
Okay, 1, 2.
Thank you.
Yeah. Really cool. London.
Thank you.
Have a great time.
Thank you.
And then I think as soon as the segment was over, we ran to Sports Illustrated.
Maddie, everyone say cheese.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
Cheese.
This week they called me up to photograph Aly because she's a big Olympian. And so I've been just documenting her for the day. My editors told me that Aly was a bit of a Bieber fan, so I thought that would be a great icebreaker.
How'd you get the job to be on tour with him?
Well, I photographed him for the New York Times before he was huge.
Us Weekly came to my house, and the photographer that came went on tour with Justin Bieber, so that was really cool, and he was telling me all these stories about Justin Bieber.
I got a really great shot of him and Usher walking off stage. Like that was a pivotal moment in his career. I could just tell. 3 days later, he's like, meet us in the Bahamas. And I was on the road for like over 6 months.
They had a makeup artist come, so she did my hair and makeup, and then we took a lot of just shots at my house, just me doing random things that I normally do, and then shots with me and my family.
Hey, how's it going? I'm Robert. Jamie. It's nice to meet you, Jamie.
Me and Jamie are just friends. We've been friends for a really long time, ever since middle school.
Do you want something to eat? Like there's lunch?
I'm fine. I just ate, yeah. I sent her a text about a month before. I was like, are you able to go to the prom? Just to throw that out there and see if she was gonna have like a competition or something. But she was like, yeah, and she sent me like the smiley face back, and I was like, smiley back.
He texted me and said, I need to like know Aly's schedule so I can plan this with you.
And Brett sends me a text saying they're filming and there's gonna be a photo shoot and stuff. Like, you better ask her.
My parents knew that Jamie was gonna ask me to prom, and so they wanted me to pick my brother up at school.
He lit up the whole high school football field and said prom, ?
She got out, she's like, oh my gosh, like this is awesome.
I looked down the football field and it said prom and Christmas lights with the question mark, and then he was there with pink roses.
And she said yes, yeah.
Brett gets a lot of credit for helping put together how Jamie was gonna ask me to prom. They did a little prom exclusive thing, so it's really cool and just so crazy to me that I'm gonna be in a spread in Us Weekly. That's just such a huge dream come true for me, because that's, I don't know, that's just so amazing, and I can't even believe it. I can't wait for it to come out.
The media nationwide was well aware of Aly Raisman's Olympic potential. But back home in the Boston area, Aly was quickly becoming famous. Boston sports royalty has crowned many kings, and Aly was about to become its queen.
No one's going to remember in August who won the Classic. It is a signpost towards the nationals, toward the trials.
I knew that I just wanted to prove to everyone that I was improving, and still prove myself to everyone on the national staff that I could do it.
Aly started the day with an amazing floor routine.
I have this in my mind. The people, they didn't believe in the beginning she can do it, but I keep my idea, and in the end, when they look so good, then everybody said, whoa, yes, she can do it.
I just wanted to go out there and try to do the best floor routine that I could possibly do, and try to show people that I was improving on my artistry.
What was impressive was that that Aly was ready on everything and ready to go. And I think that's the one thing about gymnastics, is the more events you can compete in, the better. It's going to be very difficult for a girl who can only do 2 events to make this Olympic team.
Such a difficult vault, it's a blind landing, so it is really hard to get used to competing it, so that was important to me that I did it the best way that I possibly could.
You need to get to the point that the athlete believes she can be a winner. And when you get to this point, then she will improve on her own.
I just wanted to obviously make my bar routine as well and land my 2.5, just to be able to get that experience.
What the Classic was a validation of how the year has been going. If Aly had been 4th or 5th, they'd say, what's going on? Is she hurt? Is she lost her focus? Has she peaked too soon? What they want to see is a progression.
On prom day, getting your hair done is a top priority for any girl, even the ones covered in chalk dust from their morning workouts. Aly has been training relentlessly in preparation for the national championships, which is the final event before the Olympic trials. But her coach thought a night off was in order for such a special occasion. After all, this world champion is still just a high school girl. Aly is always prepared and focused when training, which probably explains why she wasn't as prepared for prom.
My mom told me I'll wait to try my dress on, but I didn't, just because, I don't know, I've been like training and I didn't really want to put it on like in between workouts, and I was tired and chalky, and so I didn't try it on. And then my mom went to go pull it out, and it wasn't hemmed, and there was still all the pins in it and like these red strings through it, so My mom just ran it over and they're fixing it now. That was probably like the last thing that I thought that could happen, but I mean, it's fixed now, so it's okay. Stuff like that happens.
Ooh, that's good.
Aly's parents snap photos of the excited prom goer in her dress as she anxiously waits for her date to arrive.
I got to Aly's around, I think it was like 4:30, and then we took our pictures, we hung out, and then we jumped in their car and headed over to Christy Carlson's. It was good to take pictures at her house first, because right when she gets to Carlson's, she's seeing everyone she hasn't seen for so long, and everyone's like swarming her, you know, and it was nice. It's good to see her with her friends, because that's when it's not all about gymnastics. It's about her friends and seeing people who she hasn't seen. Like, most people don't go up to her and be like, oh, how's gymnastics going? Because they get that it's such a huge deal there and she doesn't want to talk about it. She just wants to be that normal 17-year-old girl, or just like having fun with their friends and have a night like free from that.
That's like the first dance she's ever been here for, because there's been other dances.
Yeah.
So I was really glad that fell. Good timing
nice
that she could
have
go,
her
so it was
go.
nice.
It was just nice for her
It
to
was
be able to go.
very nice.
You know, just to get that night off and just be a kid.
Tonight, the quest for gold is in waiting.
I don't want to know, I don't want to feel, I don't want to hear, I don't want to see anything about it. I don't want to run, I don't want to stay, I don't want to walk, I don't want to go anywhere without it.
She was happy being, you know, for 4 or 5 hours to be with her friends and just hang out. That was enough, because she knows at the end of the day, yeah, this is part of being a kid, but she's got something else she's got to work on, that she's got to dedicate, you know, 1,000% to.
Obviously, going to prom was something that I really wanted to do, and obviously something that every high school girl thinks about as soon as you're a freshman, so it's really cool that I was able to experience that.
Thank you all for coming. A special thank you to our parents, families, and friends, because without each of you and all of you, none of this would have been possible.
Being able to go to class day, it was on a Sunday, so I still had to train in the morning. I had workout that morning, and then I went home and got ready really fast, and then rushed over to be able to make it for class day.
It's the very rare and unique opportunity when we get to honor someone who is a current student, who strives for and achieves excellence at the scholastic, national, and global levels. Our own Miss Aly Raisman has brought honor and pride to her family, her community, and to Needham High School through her achievements as a world-class gymnast. As a member of the class of 2012, she has worked tirelessly to complete every graduation requirement while competing around the globe, and as a member of the U.S. national team. Unfortunately, Aly would not be able to be here for graduation tomorrow because she's leaving for the Visa Gymnastics Championships in St. Louis, Missouri, and then from there on to the Olympic trials in San Jose, California. So, when I learned that she couldn't be here, I approached her last week and asked if she and her family would like for her to receive her diploma today. So at this time, I would like to call Ms. Alexandra Rose Raisman.
I knew that I was going to be graduating, but I didn't expect it to be that special and get a standing ovation and have the principal say that many nice things about me. So to be able to hear that was really, really amazing, and really just made me happy and just really honored to be able to be an Olympic hopeful, and just to be able to, hope that I can make everyone proud.
It's a huge achievement to graduate on time, on top of competing all over the world for the U.S. and trying to make it to the Olympics. And she did it all. They didn't give her any favors. Like she earned every credit she had to earn. So that was amazing.
Thank you. I love you. Thank you. I love you. I was not allowed to go to graduation because they didn't want me to be sitting in the heat all day, and so I was really upset about that just because I had been looking forward to it for so long.
To the class of 2012, Ralph Waldo Emerson once said that to be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you into something else is the greatest accomplishment. Our poets, musicians, and writers. Among us today, we have a Marine, a neurological researcher, and though she's competing and couldn't be with us in person today, an Olympic athlete. And so we will never stop hoping. We will never stop striving, and we will never stop dreaming. Thank you.
I want to see my oldest child graduate. I was very upset.
I mean, obviously we wanted her to go, but it ended up working out better because she got it the day before, and it was a small little ceremony, so it was nice. But
I mean,
you know, but Aly knows that she has to give up certain things.
I messed up the kip.
So hard to do the 3 skills under control to keep yourself mindful, because your mind is the problem. It's nothing to do with the body. To keep the mind fresh, okay, now I'm in the handstand. I have these 3 skills now, like I did even the warm-up, I did it yesterday, I did it 5 days ago. Every day was good the second one.
Aly had turned 18 only 6 days before graduation. Her first act as an adult would be to sacrifice her last moment of youth.
Alexandra Rose Raisman.
Me, my dad, and my family and a couple friends went to the Cape. We got to watch it on TV.
I went in my bedroom just because I kind of want to be a little bit alone. Brett most of the time is definitely there.
I was really excited about wearing my white leotard. I've never worn white before, so I was really excited and I really loved it. And I think that I just felt really excited and just really ready.
It's just one of those, you know, crazy 2 hours to watch because it's there's just so much at stake.
On day 1, he wore a certain shirt, and I was like, don't wear that because she had the second highest score, not the first highest score.
Well, I figured she did well the first night, I'll wear it again, and Brett started giving me a hard time. No, you gotta take it off, and I'm like, but she did well.
And then after her first vault, she got underscored and got a 15.3. Told them to take off the shirt.
And then I said, all right, we'll try it.
And then for the rest of the meet, she did flawless, so we're very superstitious, though.
Come on! Stop! Good!
My dad is supportively yelling at the TV, always cheering Aly on, getting really nervous. And when he's very excited, but usually I keep him in check because he's a little hyped up with his emotions, but then I'm just like, calm down, it's all good.
Good job! Oh, she's so glad that's done. From there, she did exceptionally well, so I'm glad I did the change of the shirt.
On some of her events, I'm very nervous, but like when it comes to floor and beam, I know she's gonna hit it.
I kind of just looked up at my hand and then I saw my mom like right there. I didn't mean to look at someone in the crowd, but I mean, that's part of my dance, so I like that pose, so I'm not gonna take it out.
Give her a score, will you?
So I never really like to see my mom just because the one time that I did see her, I messed up. So I don't like to see her. It's kind of just a weird superstitious thing.
Her floor routine on day 2, that was one of the best floor routines in the world, and it was amazing.
Oh my God, I have 17 texts, and it said, they keep showing you, they keep showing you. So every time Kyla went, they showed both of us, and every time Aly went, they showed both of us.
She showed 3 times in a row, making the same kind of points with different eyes, different judges. You make the same scores. This means giving me the confidence for the Olympics. If she'll stay healthy, we get in a real good position.
It's just really, really exciting when she does well.
Aly should be really happy. She did really well.
The thing about Aly is she is expected to be top 3. So the fact that she was top 3 there mattered. Almost more important was she won 2 of the 4 events.
Aly won Sports Person of the Year.
Oh my God.
I got a text from my mom and it said that she won Sportswoman of the Year. voted by the other athletes, pretty much who has the best sportsmanship.
To be able to get that award and to be recognized for that really means the world to me, because it's always important to me that people like me as a person and that they feel like I'm a good person. So it means a lot that the athletes voted for that, and that's what people wanted.
Wow. Oh, wow, that's great.
Talking to people at trials, she's a lock for the team. Everyone seems to think so. Her floor score could contend for the Olympic gold medal. Her beam has become even more incredible every time you see it. So I think she's really put her name up there as one of the top in the U.S.
As excited fans converge on the arena, tension weighs on two nervous parents.
Just keeping my fingers crossed that everything goes great and she does great tonight.
I'm nervous. I have not been nervous the past couple months through any of these meets, but now I'm like...
Yeah, we can talk for a minute, no problem. I'm with Lynn right now.
Do you feel like this is a culmination of everything your daughter has worked for her entire life, really, and you're finally seeing it, watching it, feeling it?
Yeah, exactly. It is. I said that before we left. I'm like, I can't even believe, like, it's here already. It's just, it's crazy. We spoke to her a couple times today, and I think she does a good job of kind of treating it like any other meet. I think she's better than we are. She's more relaxed than we are.
I know she's going to do awesome, and we just wish all the best for you and for Aly.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys, and hopefully we'll talk to you after the announcement.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
It's just happening right now, so we just don't know how to react.
Allow yourself to think about it. It's like...
Right, it's a lot.
Aly's parents won't have to hold on much longer to see if their daughter's dream will come true.
One thing about the Olympic trials is you have to reconfirm everything you have done. Especially this year, the trials are more important than ever, because they're not going to pick the team out of a camp. They're going to pick it at trials. And there's not a whole lot of time between the time the trials end and the Olympic Games begin. So what they see at the trials is what they're going to judge.
You know, should be practically another meet. Not to put under the pressure too much. Even the trial is the most important meet, but don't forget, after the trials, the Olympic Games. If you get burned in trials, you don't make nothing in the Olympic Games. There's no time, it's too short. I try to make the balance between holding the pressure and pushing, you know, with a step forward for the Olympics, believing she will get there.
But it's more than just that, though. Marta Karolyi will be at every workout, you know, in preparation to the U.S. Nationals and the Olympic trials, and there'll also be training camps, and she will watch every turn. And you know, if there are things that make her nervous or things that make her excited, even outside of the competition, they have an impact.
One of the questions about the Olympic trials was, do they want someone that's been at the Olympic Games before? Would they pick a Nastya Liukin? Would they pick Alicia Sacramone because she's been to the games and knows what it's like? Mostly what they're looking for is, can this person who's done it before come back from this injury and do it again? I think she wanted to give it a go. You know, Nastya Liukin has a shoulder. Will it get better in time? I mean, that's what Marta wants to know, is basically, will you be ready by London, and can you do? Because we only have 5 people now. We can't take a chance on someone that won't be able to perform. It is so easy to slip, and you don't know what happened. There's enormous pressure. It's a very slippery sport out there. We see people fall all the time. And Bella Carrelli used to talk about the balance beam as the apparatus of the devil. You want to see something no one's ever done before. I mean, one thing about gymnastics is if you have a great move, they'll name it after you. They are going to look more favorably on an Aly because she's done it before. She's won a floor medal. So there's an expectation that here's what I think I'm going to see. One of the things that's been to Aly's strength is she tends to deliver what you think you're going to see. It's you, but you affect the team, especially now that they do what they call 3 up, 3 count. You don't get to throw away a bad performance. In the old days, someone fell off the beam, that just didn't count.
Only 5 girls will be selected to the Olympic team. Now, as the committee gathers to deliberate, the most difficult skill of the evening for Aly may be to balance her emotions. Her playful jitters quickly turn to thankful tears.
These are nice moments.
As she's embraced by former Olympian Nastia Liukin. The origin of a dream can be difficult to trace for most people. But for Aly Raisman, her dream of becoming an Olympian can be traced back to this. A worn and dated VHS tape. Aly's mother recorded the U.S. women's gymnastics team's gold medal performance in 1996. Aly was only 2 years old. Now, 16 years later, Aly's mother may want to set her VCR once again.
My whole life I've always wanted to be the best, and I've always been really competitive, but especially this year, you know, waking up every day and knowing that it's 2012, I want to have the best shot at this that I possibly can.
It felt really good to let all my emotions out. I mean, I wanted to, I think that it kind of just hit me right then that I had made the Olympic team, and it's the best feeling in the world. Yeah, I was really, really emotional, way more than I thought I would be. I thought I would maybe tear up a little bit, but I didn't think I'd like hyperventilate like that. I couldn't even breathe. It was such a special moment, and I'm so honored and so excited. Can we take the whole thing?
It's conclusion of the process to get to the point you have the chance to get to the Olympics. Now practically we continue that in harder work, because you need to polish it to finish the job.
For quite a while, this was the ideal team what I was thinking about, but they needed to prove themselves.
And to see her named to the team is so appropriate and so deserving. She has been such a consistent player throughout. You know, she's not always maybe the most exciting gymnast out there, and you know, the big name. She just quietly goes under the radar, hits her routines, does her job, and brings home hardware. So it's great to see.
Yeah. Mom, I haven't cried that much since I hurt myself at Worlds and Alicia tore her Achilles.
Come on, this is only the only night ever in your life where you're gonna have this moment, all right?
Having my family here and my friends and my teammates was so amazing. I'm so excited to have them here. They've been so supportive throughout this whole entire process, so I'm so thankful for all of them. And it was really funny to watch myself cry and stuff, because I've never seen myself cry before, so it was funny but also weird at the same time.
London, baby! London!
It feels really good, and I'm more motivated than I've ever been before. I mean, it's so real now that I know I'm on the team. I have that extra boost of confidence, and I'm excited and so honored, so I can't wait, and hopefully we can win as many medals as possible.
What was it like coming down and seeing everyone here and coming home? I mean,
it was really unexpected. I didn't expect it at all, so I'm really thankful to have everyone here supporting.
what were the past 24 hours like?
The past 24 hours have been really surreal. It feels like a dream, and it's just been really crazy. I haven't even had a second to really think about it, but I can't wait to go back home and just work really hard, and I can't wait to go to London. I want to know that I did everything that I possibly could, so when I look back at this year, that I only have positive memories, and that I know that that's something I'll have with me forever, was that I gave it 150%, and that I think that's really special to be able to look back on that and to know that no matter what happened, I can be proud of what I accomplished or what I set out to do.